The wood burner in the lounge here is a really good wood burner, but the chimney is not very high, and that means that there's not as much of a draw on the fire as happens in other situations, and it can make it difficult to light. Once it's lit, it works really well, but I can tell you, I have learned the hard way that if you don't take a bit of trouble over how you light it, you can end up with a room full of smoke and an unlit fire. And that's because, especially in cold weather, of course, which is when you want the fire the most, when you open this door, you'll actually feel a tremendous draft of cold air coming down, and when you light the fire, it's got to kind of force its way up. Once the flue gets warm, then it's no problem. But you have to do things to make that happen. And what we found is that if you just use an ordinary fire lighter, it just goes out, and you get horrible smelly smoke in the room. So I use a combination of a normal fire lighter plus some barbecue lighting fluid. And the other thing is you have to make sure that air can come in the room to help with the draw on the fire. So you only have to just do this for just at the beginning, but my demonstration's not going very well here. Okay, just unlock the door. So in the wintertime, it might seem counterintuitive, but you just open the door a little bit like that, and that just means that air can come in, because that air is going to then go up the flue. You put your fire lighter there, and then your kindling and your wood on top, and then this works. So if you just light it like that, you may end up with a smoke-filled room, but I like to use a bit of extra barbecue lighting fluid, and what this does, creates a big flame that really which will warm up the flue, and then when that gets lit, you can shut the door, and after a couple of minutes, about a minute or so, as long as the flame isn't going out. See, at this point, the cold air can come down and extinguish it. And sometimes if you need to get some extra air in underneath, you can open up this vent here. This is actually access for cleaning. This is where the ash collects, but opening this actually acts as a vent and lets more air come in underneath. We should also say that you keep this pulled out to let air in, and this little slider should always be over to the right. That also helps to get air into the fire. So you keep this to the right, keep this pulled out. I mean, once you've got a really good fire going on there, then you can push that in, and that reduces the air going in at the bottom. But yeah, as long as your fire is going there, then you can close this. I mean, there is actually a vent that lets air in. Yeah, there's a vent. I think it's down here. Yeah, there's a vent there that lets air into the room.